Honestly, I don't want to go over this, but holy shit. What are we talking about? Not fun stuff. IMO. Kinda super not fun. This is literally the first second, and you can see why I don't want to do this. But apparently this person with 600,000 subs on YouTube, you can see it right there, they didn't cover out Praxis's name, and that led to shit because fucking people started white knighting for this. If you want to make it about it, like the fucking thumbnail of this thing is kiss or miss. If that was it from the start, I wouldn't have had a big issue. But the fact that it's smash or pass, and then there was like literal child characters posted under, that is my issue. So, with the water, the well poisoned enough, let's watch. Let's get into this garbage.
Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. What you're looking at is the tweet that everyone is talking about. It is a post that hundreds of VTweeters and failed VTubers are attacking and making call-out posts about in an attempt to virtue signal about this lolly smasher pass tweet in an attempt to gain some quick clout. Now, this collage of brain rot is
an attempt to gain some quick clout is our problem. How? Defend yourself.
Only a
I can see my friend
of the quote retweets attacking this VTuber. It's simply what I could fit on the screen because every out-of-touch, interaction-starved tourist came out of the woodwork to demonstrate just how ignorant and hypocritical they are in their responses. So right off the bat, the vast majority of these people don't even know what the definition of lolly is, since nearly all of them use it interchangeably with child. And for those who are watching this and you still don't know,
isn't lolly just child adjacent rather than specific age? It's more of about aestheticizing the youth of the character or the youthful looks rather than the specific age. So you're essentially arguing it's not pedophilia, it's ephebophilia, but there's no way you can really argue that without coming out across without looking bad.
lolly is an aesthetic, a petite body type exclusive to anime and manga, one that has absolutely nothing to do with age. Hence,
it has nothing to do with age, but that's why they tend to have bigger heads and then unmatured bodies. Some of them have matured bodies, but then they can tend to keep physical features that aren't associated with adults.
That's why the majority of lolly characters are adults.
Yeah, Maha, like in the fucking Smasher Pass, there was literally 6-year-old characters. That is my fucking problem. I don't care what you like for your aesthetic. Don't fucking fetishize youth. And there were literal children characters. That's my fucking problem.
A great recent example being Rebecca from Cyberpunk, and if you don't believe me, you can believe the developers of the series, who confirmed that she is in fact a lolly. So basically, these people
I'm glad I haven't watched that, to be honest.
Mad about in the first place, and yet they still feel so comfortable with themselves calling other people pedophiles, harassing them, brigading them, and attacking them over a term they don't even know the basic definition of. But their ignorance is hardly surprising. They don't even know anything about VTubing or the anime industry that is the foundation of VTubing. All these VTubers have to do is look up above them and realize that some of the biggest VTubers and VTuber agencies are filled with lolly models, lollycons, shotacons, and those who are completely okay with these themes or even embrace them.
And Twitter is run by a guy who literally went to Epstein's Island after Epstein was convicted of fucking child predation. Just because bigger people do it doesn't mean it's okay.
Go through the accounts spewing hate towards this VTuber, and there's a 50-50 shot they're following Gargura. Where's the call-out posts about her? I mean, it's a VTuber with 4 million subscribers who routinely likes and retweets Lolicon artwork based on her model, one that consistently makes references to Lolicon culture.
Well, I'm glad I'm not following Gar.
Focusing all of your energy
I didn't know that
on
about
some
her.
random smash or pass tier list made by a VTuber with 1,000 followers instead of going after someone with a huge platform doing the same exact thing. Well, I mean, it's hardly surprising that's happening because the English VTuber community is literally high school 2.0, except it's worse because now you have terminally online losers in their 20s reliving their high school experience. And part of that is landing these hate brigades against people, and it's really all just laced in bullying. Because whenever someone's attacked, whenever a VTuber is attacked over this topic,
Characters
it's always
Pitten,
a small
not
content
child.
creator who really can't defend.
So, like, they're just underdeveloped physically, but not a child. I can still take issue with that being fetishized, but I don't. Yeah. I don't got a problem with petite per se. I've got a problem with when they, you know, when they post the overly sexual shit of characters that can be obviously misconstrued for children.
Defend themselves.
And
Because
beside,
it's not about doing what's right
2000,
or wrong.
bigger
It's
than
not
me.
about anything to do with right or wrong. It's about bullying and dogpiling people to gain acceptance from your peers. And these people don't care about helping actual children or raising any sort of a real concern towards their safety.
So we don't care about helping actual children. What are you going to do about child predation?
You want proof? Well, they make it out to be that this VTuber's post is actual CP. They believe her model and this original post is CP, and yet
No. Well, okay, some people are jumping straight to that conclusion, but at least for me, it's not directly CP. It's heavily trending in that area, and it's bad. There are people who interact with CP art in here, and it's fucking vile. Yeah, that's the closest I see on screen. But this dude is fucking leaving out so much context, honestly. There were hundreds of posts on that thread.
here they are redistributing it through their quote retweets. It is a product of their quote retweet. They are sharing it with every single person in their audience. Every single follower and every single person on Twitter comes across their account just was exposed to what these people consider to be CP. So by your own standard,
You're jumping straight to that without really addressing that a lot of fucking characters were literally underage. And the subject of the entire fucking thread is, hey internet, which underage characters or underage adjacent characters would be smashed or passed. That's the problem. I'm going to keep saying it because you're going to keep getting it wrong.
they are redistributing CP when they make this quote retweet to begin with. And I mean, what? Should these people turn themselves into the police? That's what they believe. Should you seek therapy? That's what you're saying. But just like these VTubers who are encouraging people to report Irina to the police and use Twitter to report these tweets to take them down, these are completely and utterly misguided. So,
Except that I'm not going back and unblocking Arena, whatever, to actually go through this thread. But they literally reacted and interacted with people posting the underage characters. I'm gonna bet this person is going to leave it completely out of context.
for anyone delusional enough to think reporting these things to law enforcement or even to Twitter is a good idea, content involving fictional characters is not reportable on Twitter. And
Unfortunately, that's actually true. I don't think we can officially decree what is specifically CP or in terms of drawn stuff, but I do think we can deal with this by bullying everybody on a societal level.
And in countries like the US, it is legal as long as the depiction is indistinguishable from a real life child.
As long as it's indistinguishable from an actual minor. That's literally the fucking context of the thread. Oh my god, like so much of this shit is indistinguishable from actual children. You can't tell with the drawings.
Indistinguishable means if you put a picture of the artwork next to a real child, you won't be able to tell which one's real
the
and which
literal,
one's fake.
the literal context of the thread is smash or pass, and it's about youthful characters or youthful looking characters. This is not about are they cute. This is about sexualizing youth. It's fucked.
Schizos. That does not mean any of this stuff. Nobody in their right mind would confuse any of this with a real life child. It is not even close. It is not even meant to be close. And
it's not even meant to be close. They just look like them with how their bodies are developed and how they react to people and how they fucking talk.
False reports based on fictional content are so disturbingly common.
Not even surprised at the ableism there.
The FBI and the Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the two biggest agencies for helping out with this sort of thing, have begged the public to stop filing inactionable reports over fictional content, because these...
Yeah, again, this is actually true. We can't actually arrest over drawings, but we can mock and shame the fuck out of you guys for sexualizing them.
These false reports hurt real children. They take away time and resources that could help real victims, not to help people who need help with their Twitter beef, who are upset about pixels. If you do this, if you actually think this is helping anyone, you are a bad person. You are wasting resources that could help real children. But no, you want to virtue signal and exploit these systems to report people you have a personal beef with on Twitter.com. Get your priorities straight. That is insane. When you selfishly clog up report systems with these things about fictional content, you know who it helps? It helps actual predators by letting them fall under the radar. And
you know what else helps actual predators? By promoting the mindset that it's okay, that this kind of thread is okay, when it's clearly not.
Speaking of helping pedophiles, you know what else does that? Watering down the term pedophilia to mean absolutely nothing. And all of these people tweeting about this, calling it CP, CSEM, or the product of pedophilia, congratulations, you're watering down the term pedophilia so people continue to not take it seriously. And that, once again, helps real predators and makes victims taken less seriously. Because how many times have you seen threads on Twitter talking about someone being a pedophile, and there has to be the clarification made of whether they're an actual predator or it's just lolicon stuff?
Why the should we care? Seriously, you guys are spreading... I don't know if Rev here specifically does, but certainly the people in that thread did spread lolly artwork that I'm not going into detail about. I'm not searching it up. But that you don't think promotes the mindset that it might just be okay? You don't think that?
That is wrong. That is a very bleak reality we are living. And watering down the term does not help anyone but the actual predators. And if you want to make the claim that these things are linked to pedophilia, I would give you $1 million if you could find any sort of a suitable study to support any of that. That is the problem. Where is the evidence? If you want to believe these things and feel so passionate about it, I would like to see something that actually proves it. Not about just how you feel. I don't want to hear about just how you feel. Because...
So, like, an actual study. I'm gonna have to find this now.
You need evidence before you make these accusations against people. These aren't just little slang words to sling around on Twitter. Pedophile is an accusation. And it's okay. Here's the thing. A lot of people will say, oh, Rev, well, if it's not pedophilia, then it's certainly very weird. Okay, it is weird. It is completely fine to think these things are weird. It is valid to find them weird, disgusting, immoral, whatever. You can block any person who likes Lolly or Lolicon on sight. You can disassociate with them. You can not like them. You can think they're even bad people. But calling them a pedophile or insinuating that they are or their communities are is wrong. And like for all the reasons I just said, you are watering down actual terms used to identify real predators, and you are not helping anyone. In fact,
so actually I'll let you finish.
Real life children in this process. It's all about prioritization. The fact that you see
this guy is so dumb I actually forgot my point.
Something that you think is CP, or you see someone you think is a predator, and your first response is not to call the police. Your response in many cases is to quote retweet them and share the image you think is CP.
Wait, you just fucking said that it was stupid to even call the police on this shit, and now you're saying it would be better to call the police than to quote retweet? Get your fucking story straight.
Or to just talk about it and not do anything in a legal process. It just shows these people are full of shit. It's all virtue signaling.
Stream title's fine, we're fine.
People.
Don't worry about it.
And, you know, I have a lot of people, you know, pointing out that, oh, this isn't really a big deal, you know, this is just justice being served. Why do you actually care? Why are you scraping for this? This is about harassment and bullying. These people are bullies. That's all.
We are bullies. And it's a good thing, because you guys are promoting that it's okay to promote smasher passes about youthful characters. I don't care if you're personally attracted to those characters. I don't care what you play with yourself about. I care what you publicly declare on Twitter that you think is okay to talk about, like smashing or passing lollies.
They are at the end of the day. Their responses, the only thing that's actually reportable are
I leave my stream titles alone on purpose.
Basically hit lists on this VTuber over fictional content. That's the only reportable thing going on here. These people are bullies. They're getting satisfaction out of dogpiling someone they think is weird. And that's all there is to it. Everything beyond that is just super.
Yes, I'm sorry. I think it's weird that that person said they would f*** a 6-year-old character. I'm sorry. Cancel me.
Official lies to make themselves feel like they're the righteous ones in this situation when they are not. Normal people don't act like this. Normal people can separate what makes them uncomfortable between things that are criminal. These people, these VTubers that have been highlighted today, they are completely and utterly out of touch. There is a reason why the most successful VTubers don't make posts like this. It is literally like fishing with dynamite when you make posts that are anti-Lolicon, and yet the vast majority of these are 10 likes or less. There are only a few that have any sort of traction, but still people can't help themselves. Well, you don't see big VTubers do it because, number one, it's bad for your career, and if you want to say, oh, well, this is not about career, this is what's right or wrong. Well, for all the reasons I just listed, there is a right or wrong. It is wrong to make these posts attacking someone over this content. But needless to say...
And right there, that's 100% defending it. Like, this entire video has been so far. This person is just completely ignoring that the host of this literally said they would f*** those characters. Literally, publicly. I'm not hunting that shit down.
That's the video. That's the rant. Thank you for hanging around. And of course...
Oh god, don't thank you. Don't thank me for watching this shit. I'm mad enough that I watched it.